all out there. This is Best Way to Smoke Weekly News, and I'm Big J. Make sure you stay elevated at all times. I know I will. We got some big news. This is Women's History Month, and we got big news that's going down in the sports realm for women. The WNBA and its players union have reached a tentative agreement in principle on a new collective bargaining agreement that is being held as a total game changer. That's big. That's big news because, they've been fighting for the longest to try to have, somewhat equal rights to what the man getting the NBA. Though we know it won't get there, it can get close. So we're about to get to the lowdown of the reported deal and the path to ending marijuana testing. So here's the big move. Cutting the green tape. No more testing. Under the proposed deal, the WNBA is set to eliminate marijuana testing for players. This follows the path set by the NBA, which stopped testing for weed back in 2023, which is a good thing, because weed is a good method for recovery, from workouts and stuff like that, from playing sports, basketball. It helps with recovery. So I think it's a good thing that they're actually going to, take this path and kind of get there finally. So the women are catching up with the guys. Previously, the WNBA had much stricter rules than the man league, while the NBA shifted to don't ask, don't tell vibes years ago. The WNBA players were still facing fines or treatment referrals for positive tests. So they were still smoking weed and getting caught, getting tested and finding out once they found out that they was positive, they get fined and get different treatments and stuff like that, though. The NBA fought for it for a while too, though, but it happened a lot faster for the NBA. And it's like I said again, it's a good thing to see that it's happening for the WNBA. So the major focus is the focus on health. The league isn't just ignoring the issue. They are reportedly replacing old school testing with new treatment programs for alcohol and marijuana abuse to focus on actual dependency rather than recreational use. That's also a good thing, though. You know what I'm saying? To give people a different path, or a different outlook to get a better understanding of, what they're doing. Now let's talk about some money. You know what I'm saying? That change. The $1 million milestone, historical pay rises. For the first time ever, we're looking at $1 million salaries. Top stars could reportedly see supermax deals hitting 1.4 million in the first year of the deal. Man, shout out to that, man. That's dope, man. You know what I mean? That's a great thing. Hold on, man. Wait a minute. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a dope thing right there, man. And it comes with revenue sharing. The players finally secured a deal where salaries are tied to meaningful share and league revenue, which is a massive win for the union. Create opportunities to make money. These women are going out here and making money for these basketball teams, companies, sponsors, and stuff like that, man. So let these ladies get a piece of the pie. Okay, so here's the rising tide. The average salary is expected to jump to over $585,000, with the minimum salary sitting at around $300,000. That is roughly a fourfold increase from previous years. Hey, man, you can't beat it, man. You can't beat it, though, man. And it sounds like with them having a tentative agreement that majority of the women in the league are okay with how this is transpiring, you know what I'm saying, and with how this is going down. There's something else that's coming with it. Better perks and quality of life, travel upgrades. The deal likely confides better travel standards, think more charter flights, which has been a major sticking point for players during the league's recent growth spurt. You know what I mean? If you think back some months ago, even a little over a year ago, it was a lot of women coming out talking about, the flights. You know what I mean? Getting better, having better accommodations on flights. And here's another thing that's coming for the women: housing and benefits. There are reported of new provisions for players' housing in 2026 and improved staffing facilities across the league. It creates opportunities for these women to get more money within the actual career, you know what I'm saying, within what they're doing, on top of the sponsorships and other deals that they can get. So combining all these things together, it puts the women in a very, very, very great place, you know what I mean, with potential to grow. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the end of it though, but this is definitely a good start. The lawyers are currently finishing the formal term sheet. Once that's done, the players have to ratify it, and the board of governors has to give the final thumbs up. Given the agreement in principle announcement, it looks like it's going to be smooth sailing all the way through. Again, I want to say it's Women's History Month. Shout out to the women for making courageous steps and stepping out there. A lot of different women across the league. Shout out to you, ladies. Make sure you follow Best Way to Smoke with the number 2, and make sure you stay tapped in with us at all times. We'll be back with news on a weekly basis. That'll drop every Monday. Best way.